Good day, grade 9s. This is a continuation of term 2 revision. We will be completing the CPJ in this video. So if you can follow with me on page 55 in your accounting books and page 107 in your textbooks. So on the second, the business cashed check number 221 to pay the 2 weekly wages. Okay, so we can see my document number over there, 221 on the second, and the name of payee is cash. Amount of money was 4,330, so we enter that into bank and then into the column of what it was for, which was wages, 4,330. The next transaction is on the 5th. We paid the water and electricity account to the municipality. Document will be number 222 and my details will be municipality. We paid 866 Rand to them. We do not have a column for water and electricity, so it goes into sundry as water and electricity. My next CPJ entry is on the 8th, document number 223. We purchased goods from Gendre and Eugen stores. So purchased goods, that means that we purchased trading stock. Okay, for 8,552, so it goes into my bank column, and goods is an interchangeable word for trading stock, so we can put that into my trading stock column, 8,552. On the 10th, we bought pens, a receipt book, and other items from Ink Pencil and paid by check. So what did we buy from Ink Pencil? We don't have a T account called receipt books. Okay? We branded together as stationery. So 661 Rand. We do not have a stationery column, so we send it to sundries, 661 stationery. On the 14th, document number 225, we paid 2,333 Rand for merchandise bought from Gendre and Eugen. Once again, merchandise, the same thing as trading stock. Okay, so this is going to go into my trading stock column. So there we can see that it's called goods, trading stock, or merchandise. All means the same thing, goes into the same column. Okay, into your trading stock column. On the 16th will be my next transaction, 226. Cashed a check to pay the 2 weekly wages. Now they do not give us an amount. So because they do not give us an amount, we automatically assume that the 2 weekly wages remains the same. So we've got over there 4,330. So it is the same amount, 4,330. 4,330 into your wages column. Then on the 18th, the owner paid her personal telephone account of 445 Rand, as well as the business's telephone account to Telkom, using a business check of 1,023. So there's 2 entries that we need to make there, because the owner is paying her personal account. If the owner uses any of the business's money for personal use, it is recorded as drawings. Okay, and then we also have the owner who is then paying the business's telephone account, which is an expense, and then we are going to have to work out that amount. So day 18 to 7, we paying Telkom Okay, and the business check is 1,023 Rand. Okay, so that's what we know the total of the check is, 1,023. We know that 445 is the amount that the owner paid the personal telephone account. So the 445 is going to be my drawings. And then I need to find out what my telephone expense amount is. How do I do that? The total of 1023 minus 445 is going to give me 578 Rand. So telephone is an expense of 578. All right. That was the 18th. Then on the 22nd, that's our next CPJ transaction, we bought a computer for office use. So when we buy a computer, we need to make sure that are we buying that computer for the purpose of resale in the business, or are we buying it to use on a daily basis in the business? If I'm buying it in order for my business to operate on a day-to-day basis, it is going to be equipment. So it is only trading stock if I have the purpose of reselling it. So this transaction on the 22nd, that computer is for office use. So therefore we know it is an asset, which is something that is used in the business, which is a possession owned by the business, and that we are going to be using it on a daily basis. So bought the computer for office use and paid PC Answers 4,220. And then my details here, I don't have a T account called computers. So it has to go in equipment. Okay, very important that. Don't forget about that one. Then our next CPJ entry is on the 27th. It says that we issued a check to Goods for All for 5,668. 5,202 Rand of the goods bought is for the business, and the rest is for the owner's personal use. So some of it is for the business, so in other words is trading stock, and the rest is going to be for the owner's personal use, which we will classify as drawings. So document number 229, I issued the check to Goods for All. Goods for All, and the total of the check there, it says that we issued a check for 5,668. So that is the amount that must go into bank, because that is the total of the check that we issued, and it is the amount that left my bank account. Okay, so 5,668. 5,202 of the goods bought is for the business. So in other words, that is with the purpose of resale. Okay, so that is going to be classified as trading stock, because that is what the business is going to be selling. Okay, 5,202, and then the difference between those two will go into sundries as drawings, because if the owner takes anything for personal use, it becomes drawings. So now in order to work out the amount, we will say 5,668 minus 5,202, and the owner's drawings is going to be 466 Rand. Then our last entry is on the 30th, document number 230, and that is cashed a check to pay the 2 weekly wages. Once again, they did not give us an amount, so we assume that it is the same amount that we have been using for our past two transactions, which is 4,330. Okay, please, can you draw your double lines, total lines there? A single line at the top and a double line at the bottom, and then my next video I will go through the totals.